Welcome, viewers, to the TeamJada. We are back here with our first episode of raid+shadow+legends. Let's get into it. Oh my goodness, what a good game so far, man. And I am sorry that I did not bring you guys the opening, pretty much of the first video of this game. I believe I've seen a couple of streamers, big streamers, playing this game. And I watched somebody play this a couple of months ago and didn't really think of jumping on it. And then all of a sudden, here I am. What an amazing game. And the reason why I kind of like this game too a lot is because it kind of gives me a feel of World of Warcraft. Now, I'm a big Blizzard fan, and I play a lot of Blizzard games. So this game is just kind of like, oh my goodness, man. It's a mobile game. It's got some similarities like Summoner's Wars in a sense that, you know, you have to do summons. There's legendaries in the game, and guess what? You got to summon for them, right? And you never know what you're going to get, right? So that's the key thing. Summoner's Wars, as of right now, I want to say that the rates are probably slightly better. And the resources to gather these the shards in comparison to Summoner's Wars, they're a lot easier to get. Summoner's Wars happens to have a lot more events going on right now that allow you to obtain these resources to potentially snag one of these popular items, or not items, characters, right? Or monsters, or warriors, yeah. So let's just go over the game, like just, you know, and this is just kind of like the basic overall of the game. We're going to dive into a lot of the specific things, but this is just kind of like opening up the game. This is like Christmas morning, man. I'm opening up the game, and we're just going to go over the shell of the game and talk a little bit about that without making this video like 45 minutes long. Okay. So basically, yeah, man. At the top, you're gonna see your energy. You're gonna see your arena tokens in the middle there. You're gonna see your silver, which is used to upgrade your artifacts, which is very, very similar to runes in Summoner's Wars. You have your gems here, which are similar to crystals in Summoner's Wars. You have your mailbox here, pretty much, and you get all of your goodies here. All of your overstock stuff will go here. Pretty neat, right? And here is the infamous chat where you get to see a lot of people, and of course, which is cool, you get to see the some of the legendary items, or if somebody pulled a legendary unit, you'll see that as well in the chat, just like Summoner's Wars. Okay, like Summoner's Wars, there's events, there's tournaments. These things happen. There've been a lot of events coming up right now. This is actually an event that happened recently, and I think it says something about that. It takes a few weeks in order for everything to be filled out. This particular account, I ended up in second place. Sadly, the night before the tournament ended, I ended up going to sleep a little early. Wah wah. Anyway. So that's that. There's events right here you get to click on, and there's always a current event, and then there's always something going on or coming up in a few days or so. Like right here, this says 9 hours and 57 minutes. This is they have packs just like Summoner's Wars, and you could pretty much kind of scroll through these different areas, and this is the same area that Summoner's Wars has, where you could actually buy gems and a whole bunch of other good stuff that you can kind of look through. Once you're into the game and you get to like packs, you can see all of these different prices for packs. The bank, this is stuff for your in-game merchandise. You could buy stuff with crystals and gems rather. Here's something that you could buy with gems as well. Pretty cool, right? Daily progression. These are your packs that you could actually buy. I actually am in the middle of I'm in the process of purchasing this. Actually, I purchased this pack, but 7 days it takes for the whole entire pack to get to you. So each day they give you a certain amount, And so what I'm doing is I'm going to wait for day number 7 to get everything all together and then just do one mass summoning. Raid passes I have not tried yet. I have to really see if anybody really talks highly about it. Basically, you know, it is what it is here when you read it. A limited time offers, this comes up every once in a while. A lot of these packs are really, really good. What I like to see is the energy packs and the gem packs, because those are the ones that are going to allow you to play longer in the game. So far, I have not had any situations where I've run out of energy, but then again, I'm only level 30. There's people who are up in the high 40s and early 50s, and I'm sure that they're running out of energy. So I got to find out what exactly and what their method is, and if what the strategy is to kind of maintain your energy, so forth and so on. Just like Summoners Wars, almost the same type of game. Here you have your champions. In the bottom here, it'll give you a list of pretty much what you have. Your artifacts, this is pretty much like your runes, right? And a little similar here in the sense that the weapon, the helmet, and the shield, those 3 main stats are the same. So for the weapon, when I click on this, the main stat for the weapon will always be attack. The main stat for the helm will always be HP. And the main stat for the shield will always be defense. Now, when you get down to the gloves, the chest, and the boots, you can get flat or percentage, and that's attack, HP, and defense. You can get any one of those substats. Obviously, the percent is the one you want to look for, and then the substats are kind of random. When you upgrade, right? So let's pick something here. We're going to upgrade. We'll pick this sword here. Upgrade. The great thing about this is that it tells you exactly when you're going to get a new bonus to the substats. So level 4, I should be getting a new substat. So we'll go ahead and we'll click this. I'm going to see if I could speak to one of the devs so that they could actually add a 5 times or 3 times. This way you don't have to actually just keep on clicking this to upgrade it. You know, as you get to past the 5th level, it's kind of recommended to use this because you could click on this, it'll fail, then you got to click again. Whereas this, if it fails, you already have it on auto. It'll continue until it reaches a successful turn. You know what I mean? So right here is the 3rd. One more should give me a substat. And there you go. So I have a substat of resistance of 4. The next bonus substat will be level 8. So forth and so on. Very kind of similar to Summoners Wars. So these pretty much will be your like your rune slots in Summoners Wars. In addition to that, we have a ring slot. And what's unique about this game is that there are specific dungeons that drop the rings and amulets and anything else. I forget. I don't even know what this last piece is because I haven't even reached a level. I can't even tell you. But anyway, so there's a specific dungeon that you go to, and it'll drop rings and amulets. However, it drops it for a specific faction of the game. There's oh my goodness, there's so many different classes and races in this game, or factions, I should say. And so that's another thing I like about the game. There's so many units in this. This game is so unique, and it's really amazing. So yep, you got the rings, and you get the rings in the beginning of the game. I think they give you depending on what promotions they got going on. I know I received a couple of these rings. I definitely know I didn't earn these via the spider dungeon because it's relatively hard, and you're not going to see any 5-star rings or amulets for a while. So, but I think these actually came, you know, in the beginning of the game. They give you a couple of free items, and you have to hope that it matches, or you have to hope that you have a unit that matches the ring or amulet in the very, very beginning of the game. All right. I'll get into the portion of leveling in a different video. It is way too much to go over. The same thing goes with skills and masteries. That could be a totally different video. Just the shell of the game. like any other game, it's got clans. It's clan meaning a guild. You could join a guild. You could look. It has rankings and things like that. Here's the index that kind of goes over all the different factions of the game. You got the Bannerlords. You click on each one of these. It'll tell you exactly what units are under them. It tells you the legendary ones. It tells you the epic ones. It tells you the rare ones and the uncommon ones and the common ones. Huh. So right now I happen to have I happen to have one of the epics from this faction, and it's this guy right here. You click on him. It tells you a little bit about him. In this screen, look at the detail in this game. Look at these units. Like they all. When I tell you that they all look amazing, the artwork in this game is so realistic. It's amazing. Yeah, it's amazing. Okay. So that's that with the index. Okay, let's move on from here. Okay, so that's that. It also has challenges, right? Just like Summoners Wars, you have like a challenge thing, and each day you could kind of grind at these things here, and then you get rewards for each one, right? Very similar to Summoners Wars. Yeah, quest challenges, missions, same thing. Shop, again, this is the same place we were at. It kind of gives you everything that's for sale and all these good items. And then on this side, you got some news. You got some social media contacts. You got progression rewards. Every 5 levels, it gives you gems. It gives you things. You claim it here. Pretty cool. New player rewards. You're just starting out the game. And this is where you get a lot of the high-level stuff in the very, very beginning, which actually kind of helps you out in the very beginning to progress. And then you get your daily login stuff. This stuff is amazing. This is great stuff as well, right? So just to shell. In the inside of the game, you got of the map rather. You have this mine. Pretty much this kind of works similar to Summoners Wars in the sense that it will create crystals for you on a daily basis. And just like the Summoners Wars one, you're not going to really reap the benefits of that until after a certain amount of days. I have not invested in that. You have the market, similar to Summoners Wars. You go in. Normally, you're supposed to a good idea is to kind of buy all these slots up because you never know what you're going to get. I happened to found an ancient shard. I think it was yesterday. The shard was 200,000 silver, which is I guess it's kind of worth it, and especially if you score an epic. I purchased the ancient shard, I summoned it, and I ended up with an epic fighter. I was extremely happy, and it was the best 200k silver I've spent in a long time. So here you come and check. I normally like to buy these mystery shards. This is great. You'll get common and uncommon, and potentially you could get rare, which is 3-star fighters, which is actually good for leveling and use for fodder. It could also be used as a main character if you didn't have the opportunity to land a really cool monster like an epic or a legendary monster. So having those shards is pretty cool. You have portal here. This is where you would do your summons. This actually tells you exactly what you have in stock. I happen to have 52 mystery shards. I have ancient shards, no void and no sacreds. Right here, really nice. You can check the rates of each shard that you're using, which is pretty cool. I like that option. Tells you right up front what you're doing and what the rates are. As you can see here, when you get an ancient or when you get a void, 93% you get a rare, 6% you get an epic, 0.4% you get a legendary. So man, those percentages are really tough to come by. Really tough. Oh, just like Summoners Wars, the fusion table here, I want to say that this changes every month. I'm not 100% sure. As you can see here, I have 2 of the fighters here that will then be used to fuse this guy. This guy, from what I hear, is supposed to be a really good beginner's farmer. He could be used to farm stuff for you, to level up your fodder, so you can level up other monsters and fighters. I know it's a grind, most likely I'm probably going to head down that road. As of right now, I'm kind of just focused on just leveling and trying to get me a 6-star farmer first. I think this, for me anyway, I'm gonna eventually do it, but right now it's not at the right in front of me, you know. So you have the sparring pit. Summoners Wars has something similar to this as well, in a sense that you can place your fighters in here and they will level up. Just like Summoners Wars as well, you actually have to come back in here and click on this to level up. Otherwise, it won't level up. And it also tells you when's the next time it's going to level up, which is in 2 hours. If you unlock these other slots, from what I hear, the experience per hour gets a lot bigger, and your monsters will level up a lot quicker. I keep calling them monsters. I don't even know if they're monsters or fighters. I'm going to call them fighters. How about that? And the tavern, very you'll be back and forth here a lot. This is where this area is used to level up your fighters, level up your fighters, and level up their skills here. Yeah. So all in all, that's just the beginning. I will go into depth in each of these categories in a different video. This has been a long enough video as it is. This game is amazing, guys. You guys should download it. I'm gonna come up with content about the most common questions that people are asking when I stream this game on Twitch. So I want to make a video so that this way it'll be easier for you guys to go back and reference to. This game is just amazing. I hope you guys like the video, man. Don't forget to favorite, like, share, and subscribe if you want to see more. Peace.